Hey guys.
Hi
Oops.
guys.
We're over here having a conversation and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't put the starting screen on. So welcome. For those of you who were watching and got to see that whole thing transpire, what we were actually talking about is I have a 55-inch monitor here.
Yeah.
In order for me to read, I have to turn my entire body, which is dumb. And I don't want to do that. I would rather have a little tiny monitor that lets me see everything right in front of us or right off to the side or above the camera so that when I'm looking this way at the camera, I'm only shifting my eyes, not my whole body.
Well, if we put something above the cameras, that defeats the purpose of us sitting across from each other.
Depends on how we do that.
Okay.
Because if we separate the cameras a little bit and get like little 5-inch monitors like the Atomos Ninjas and stick it on the top of the camera, we'd still be able to see through and see each other.
Okay.
But still have the camera there. And then if we need to read the comments just need to be offside. We're going to really figure out the studio thing.
I would love that.
When we move over to there and we get all of our shit set up at the house, we'll figure that all out 100%. But for right now, we don't really know.
Shout out to Taylor on Facebook. This is their first live. Hello.
Welcome.
Janae has a very good point. You can't see tiny.
Damn.
Not inaccurate.
Taylor said, good morning. Anyone know how to get added to the Discord after joining Patreon? So this is a very common question. What you do is you use a web browser to log into Patreon. Once you're logged into your Patreon account, you look for the Discord thing in the settings and you click to connect the two. When they are linked, you will be automatically added to our Discord server. From there, you have to accept the rules and then jump into the ball pit and start talking. So that's how you do that. We normally don't do public lives on Monday. However, today we are announcing our Greece trip for 2026.
There's a special day.
It is a special day. And we don't have a whole lot of people watching yet, but I think that we should probably just jump right into that conversation a little bit.
Okay.
Before we do, I want everyone to know that the trip is a year out.
Yes.
If you want to go to Greece, you can sign up. It is 25% down and you can make payments on it. Depending on your credit, if you want to finance the trip through Affirm, you can do that. They have that option through Trova Trip to do the Affirm financing. I just got the email. It's officially live.
Woo!
And I will post it in the chat here in just a second. But we are going to go through the itinerary, talk about what exactly is happening in Greece, and all of that fun stuff. There are 8 early bird slots, 5 of them pre-sold to our Discord.
Yes.
And it's all people who went to Thailand with us, which is super fucking exciting because it means that we were a good host in Thailand.
Yeah.
Because we only had 8 people go. 10. We had 10 people go to Thailand.
We didn't have only 8.
So half has resigned.
Really? It was only 10 people?
There are 6 people who didn't resign yet. So I guess maybe that's wrong. Maybe it was 11
I think it
or
was 12 people.
It was 12.
And
I got excited.
You and I made 14.
I got excited on my wrong math.
Yeah.
I'm still excited that's almost half. It's still great. Like, that's good retention.
Yeah.
Go team.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about this a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into some Q&A and hang out with you guys. But we want to talk about the trip. Steph said, thanks for supporting Amazon here. Picking orders, listening to the live. Enjoy you guys, and thanks for letting me know I am the problem. You're welcome for that. We are all the problem, and that's where we grow. That's where we grow, guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here this morning. What?
Brittany said, I hope you guys are still doing stuff like this once my kids are a bit older.
Oh, this is it. I plan on doing this until I die.
Right? I fucking love my life, dude. This is gangster.
I'm going to be on my deathbed, and you guys are going to get one final message from me. The internet's still a thing.
Yeah, it will be.
It won't be the final message, right? Like, I'm going to spend my final moments with my family, but...
You give a final goodbye.
Yeah.
Thanks. What was the thing from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Oh, I don't know.
So long, so long, so long, and thanks for all the fish.
I thought about the Truman Show last sign off he did before he left the studio.
Oh, yeah. Brooklyn and Ethan said, we hope to catch a U.S. trip in 2026 or 2027. As of right now, the only trip we have planned for 2026 is Greece. Mm-hmm. We do currently have 2 couples retreats in the U.S., one in North Carolina in August and one in Florida in June.
Yes.
You can find those on the website. Peach's final goodbye to us will be bye, bumble bitches.
Maybe. We'll see.
Funny.
Probably.
Iggy and Chris confirmed that they will be in North Carolina in August.
Yeah.
That's fun.
You told me that last night. Was that last night?
I think so.
Yeah. I was falling asleep on the couch when you told me.
Yeah. Moonlight said, my 16-year-old son saw a couple interacting in an unhealthy way, and he said, Mom, you should send them to Be Better Info. When we were still packaging our own shirts and sending them off, we were sending business cards that had QR codes so that people could do that in public. And then I realized that that's probably not a nice thing to do. So
why?
Because it's invasive. And if people are having conflict, the last thing they want is a stranger walking up going, hey, you need some fucking guidance? Check out this podcast. Like, it's funny. It's kind of wrong, though. All right, let's get into Greece. Let's talk about what we're doing here.
All right.
You want to read the little blurb?
I can read it.
Can you be extra about it?
I will be extra about it. All right, so for those of you, I wish I could close my eyes while I read this, but I can't because I need my beepers. But if you want to close your eyes and kind of like paint a picture in your own minds, do so.
Okay.
Envisioning Greece evokes images of island adventures, ancient ruins, and vibrant
I was there until you started stuttering.
Turquoise.
I forgot you struggled with that word.
It's so difficult for me. And I wasn't expecting that either. Okay. Vibrant turquoise waters. Ooh, swimming with the fishes.
So when you first started reading, I did have my eyes closed and I was Indiana Jones running through the islands. And then you were like, and I was like, pulled right out of that vision. I'm no longer Indiana Jones. I'm just Chris again.
No, you need to start it over. Close your eyes again. Do it. I'm not starting again until you close your eyes.
All right.
All right. Your imagination aligns seamlessly with the reality as you embark on a Greek odyssey, welcoming the day with a heartfelt Kalimera.
One of them.
Explore the rich history of Athens, where the Acropolis stands as a testament to the past, and then dive into the vibrant beach club scene of Mykonos.
I wonder if we're going to actually get to go and see the Colosseum.
Or not
the Colosseum, but the Temple of the Gods. Is that what that is?
Isn't that in the Acropolis?
Well, it's on the Acropolis. The Acropolis is a hill, but I don't know if we'll actually get to tour that or not.
We do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That was one of the reasons that I wanted to pick this one.
Okay.
Because if I can't do the Colosseum, I wanted to do the Acropolis. Immerse yourself in a city with a stroll through the Plaka. My goodness. I probably should have practiced this. And a captivating city tour. While in Mykonos, you'll have the opportunity to spend the day at the beach club and go on a culinary exploration while exploring in its charming town. This curated itinerary is designed for the sophisticated traveler, seeking a perfect blend of cultural immersion, historical discovery, and luxurious relaxation.
So what will we be doing there?
I can tell you, babe. First day.
Hey, let's do this. Show more days. Day 1.
All right.
Hang on, before you do that, Lisa asked, are there going to be workshops incorporated into the trip? We do seminars every time we do a couples retreat of any way, shape, or form. When we did Thailand, we did 2 seminars. We have not discussed where to fit that in yet, but the goal is to be able to do at least 1 seminar every time we do something. So there will be workshops.
Yes.
Jenny said, I want documentaries narrated by Peach now. New Morgan Freeman incoming.
Sold. Reach out to me, Netflix.
That's funny.
Kalimera, and welcome to Greece. Please be prepared to meet in the lobby at 5:30 p.m. to depart for your welcome dinner. The dinner reservation time will be finalized closer to your trip date. If you plan on arriving today, we recommend flying into Athens.
So we have 6 breakfasts and 2 dinners included on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For Katie, is it just for couples? It is not.
No. So when we had Thailand, we had single people show up. We have single people come every time we do one of these things.
Yeah.
This is a reason for you guys to travel at a cheaper rate than it would be if you went on your own. Because whenever you book things in group masses, like it goes down in price.
Yes.
So they were able to book it at a lower rate so that everybody could go. It includes a whole lot of cool shit, which we're going to get into now, but you do not have to be in a relationship to be on one of these things. You could be single, you could come single, you could come as half of a married couple. It doesn't really matter how you guys do it. Just if you want to come.
Yeah, you in all honesty, this could just be a vacation for you. You don't have to do any of this with us, and you can do whatever you want and just get the cheaper ticket.
Yep. Marcus Elliott is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Marcus.
Jenny said, is single person going to Costa Rica?
Yep.
I think we should try to figure out a way to get her ass to Greece. I'm just saying, I think that with a whole year to figure out how to pay for another person's ticket, I'm pretty sure we could get her to Greece.
Done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know I kind of just blindsided you with that, but I couldn't imagine you'd say no because she's one of your best friends.
I mean, I would be willing to sacrifice a lot in life to make sure she could go to Greece with us.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this and then we'll get to the chat questions.
Okay. Activity. So this is day 1. This will be 2 hours long. Evening walk in the Placa. Tonight you will be picked up from your hotel and transferred to, my goodness. Are you laughing at me?
I'm laughing because I'm really glad that I'm not the one reading this.
So to say, was it the face that I made?
You're doing great.
Syntagma Square. Well, you will start your Placa walk. Finish at a local taverna for your welcome dinner. Take a stroll in the Placa, the oldest neighborhood in Athens. Oh my goodness. I love history. I can't wait. I want to walk the streets that people walked on thousands of years ago.
So you know that in our Call of Duty group chat, there's the gremlin peach that they've talked about. Have you heard that?
I haven't. I'm sorry, what?
If you guys back this up about 10 seconds, that hole is the gremlin peach. Yeah, you'll have to ask Jenna. She'll fill you in.
Okay. I am fully prepared for this. That's funny.
I love the excitement.
All right. Under the shadow of the Acropolis and its ancient temples. Oh God, they're just really nailing the terminology. The neighborhood has a village feel with narrow cobblestone streets lined with tiny shops, tavernas, and cafes. I love cobblestone streets.
Yeah.
It would be wrong for me to take a cobblestone.
Yeah, because it's part of their fucking road.
Yeah.
We'll be leaving with rocks. Don't worry.
Okay, it'll be wrong of me to do that. I can find different rocks. You can find different rocks, Peaches. A perfect introduction to Greece. Packing essentials, comfortable walking shoes, non-slip, of course. Walking distance will be approximately 1.3 miles or 2 kilometers. Oh, my ponytail's fallen out. Oh, and it's stuck in my necklace. My goodness.
Guys, I posted the link in the chat again so that if you guys have questions about the trip and you want to see pricing and things of that nature, you can go and click on that and get ahead. But we're going to run through everything. We'll get through pricing. We're going to talk about a firm. We're going to talk about the way that you're actually able to finance the trip, make payments and all of that shit. We will get to that, but let's just run through this so that we can get to that.
This will be our first dinner. We will try Greek cuisine. I don't need to try Greek cuisine. I'm just going to continue to enjoy it. Dinner is included at a local taverna with set menu consists of family-styled shared starters, a choice of 1 main dish, dessert, and 1 glass of wine or beer and 1 soft drink. Oh my goodness, water and bread are also included. I am a beast for the yeast. Final menu and restaurant to be determined.
And so he did tell me that there are 2 places that we would potentially be staying, but this is the equivalent of, I believe, a 4-star hotel.
I love that.
It's not listed here. He did say that it is a very nice hotel, though.
Good.
Out of the 2 that we have options of, they're both very nice hotels. So
accommodations will be Moxie Athens or similar. We'll be spending overnight there. Info: wake up and enjoy your first morning of Greek sunshine. That'll be a very good sunrise for me. I want to be up for that.
Yep.
After breakfast, you will explore the beautiful city of Athens with your local guide. Athens is a stunning mix of ancient grace, modern grit, and style. In the early afternoon, you will hop on board a ferry and cruise to the island of Mykonos. Upon arrival, you will be met by a private transfer who will bring you to your new accommodations and you will have the remainder of the day on your own.
Which means we get to explore. Yeah. Real quick, we got a super chat from Sabrina that said, I'm going to probably host a bridal brunch for my best friend in August, and I plan/hope on having a much better outcome than the one I attended on Saturday. She's getting married in Italy. Shout out to her.
Love that. Italy's next. Not next, like in succession, but I would love to go to Italy one of these times.
We'll get there. All right. Breakfast.
Greek continental buffet breakfast at the hotel is included. A typical Greek continental breakfast includes coffee, tea, bread, jams, honey, yogurt, milk, croissants, cake, cereals, seasonal fruits, eggs, cold cuts, bacon, and sausages. Above items can be varied. I love that they said bread and then said croissant. Separate. Yeah. Croissant deserves that platform. Half-day tour of Athens. This will be 4 hours long. Checking out and departing from your hotel after breakfast, your private coach will transfer you to the site of the Acropolis. Explore the mighty Parthenon.
I think that should have said Pantheon, right? Is it the Parthenon or Pantheon? I feel like there's a typo in that. I have to look. Hang on. Yeah.
Now search Parthenon.
Yeah, it's a typo.
Are we sure?
I don't know. Oh, no. I am wrong.
Oh, that's so much better.
Glad it's not a typo. Okay.
Did you see how old that looked?
I did. That's where you want to steal a stone from.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Not steal. We're going to rehome it.
Relocate it. Right. It's got to travel with us. That stone is bored.
Yes. Oh my God, it was built in the mid-5th century. The mid-5th century, and it's still standing. God, I love it. This magnificent structure sits above a compound of temples known as the Acropolis of Athens, overlooking the city. Take a step back in time as you wander through the Acropolis amongst ruins and architectural marvels. Learn about ancient Greek civilization and visit the site of the first Olympic Games. This tour includes walking on uneven ground. The sites visited at parts include walking uphill or on unpaved ground. Please wear comfortable walking shoes, non-slip, and pack a hat, sunscreen, and water. You will be walking approximately 2.6 miles. At the end of the tour, you will be
towards the port of leisurely launch
dope.
On your own and aboard the ferry to Mykonos.
I can't.
I'm excited about the boat ride. I'm not going to lie. Like Thailand, my favorite part of Thailand was the fucking boat rides.
Yeah, those were a lot of fun.
Yep. Tara said to bring a Florida rock for tradesies. Right? It's like a foreign exchange students with rocks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's...
Take a stone, leave a stone.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, so I came across a TikTok. It's stupid, but I loved it. A guy picked up a rock and like he animated a face on the rock. And the rock was like, hey, come over here, pick me up. I want to go see the water. And he's like, what, you've never seen the water before? And he's like, no, I've been here for hundreds of years and I've always heard about the water. It's gorgeous. And they went on this long walk together and like this rock was telling him stories of his lifetime. And the rock took a nap. And then he was like, rock, buddy, wake up, we're at the water. And he was like, oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous. Look at all of this. Wow. And then he threw the rock and he was like, no, wait, I can't swim.
I just skipped it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, rocks are alive in my mind and that made me happy. All right, transfer to the Athens port. Take a private transfer to the port in Athens to your ferry to Mykonos. No stops for bathroom breaks, so empty your bladder before then. And snacks will be made along the way. I love that. I am a snacker. I'm not a big meal kind of person. You know this. Today, you will take a high-speed ferry to Mykonos. There is a snack bar. Oh, and there's toilets on the ship. Never mind. You don't have to panic about voiding your bladder beforehand. Although I will say, pissing on a moving boat was very difficult for me.
Yeah, that bathroom was really small.
Yeah. It was confined and like the bumping up and down. Like I was scared I was going to wee on myself. A lot of movement. After arriving on the island, you will be transferred 45 minutes in a private coach to your accommodations. And then we'll be spending overnight in Mykonos for the first time. Oh my goodness. Day 3.
Yeah, I would skip this and just read this.
Okay, breakfast again.
Same thing, same breakfast.
Oh my God. I love bread. I love that we're going to be doing so much walking.
So you can eat a lot of bread?
I want to eat my weight in bread.
Okay. Game on. We'll be bringing DJI pocket cams to see if you can do that. Do you know how much bread that would be? Because bread's not heavy.
No, it's not. And I weigh 100.
You got 6 days.
I have 180 pounds.
To eat 180 pounds of bread.
I can do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of bread.
I'm be packing bread in my bag as we leave. So for everybody coming on the trip, just know I will have snacking bread if anybody wants some.
That's funny.
Dimitra said that Greek bread hits different, and I believe you. I 100% believe you. Thailand food hit different.
Yeah.
When I ate food in France, their croissants, oh my goodness. I had pizza.
I think you just like saying croissant. Croissant. Their croissant.
It's one of my favorite foods. I love how flaky it is, and it's so fluffy, and the texture in my mouth just does it for my brain wrinkles. Abby said that's 30 pounds of bread a day.
That's a lot of bread. That's what she brought to the fucking meet and greet. There's no way.
I think I could do
No
that.
fucking way.
I'm going to bring our little scale.
No way.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to weigh it. Jenna said that's only 30 pounds a day. You got this, Peach. Thank you. Thank you. I have full faith in myself.
People are saying it's a lot easier on the digestive system and it's better bread than what we have here, which I believe everything here is fucking poison. But
anything is better than what we have here food-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this.
Okay.
I'm excited. I haven't explored the entire itinerary.
Yeah. Mykonos walking tour. This will be 2 hours. This morning, a private coach will transfer you 30 minutes into a Mykonos town for your city and tasting tour. The best kind of tour is a tasting one. Are you kidding me?
It's no wonder that we were both fucking over 300 pounds at one point in our life.
Oh, God, I love food. It'd be so easy for me to blow up again. On this leisurely walk through the narrow valleys of Chora, you will see the iconic windmills, the Little Venice, and gain insight into the local life of the island. I'm going to want to move there.
Slow your roll.
We're going to do this, and I'm going to fall in love with it. Oh, gosh. Although Mykonos has been a travel destination since the 1960s, it retains much of its local character and traditions. You will be walking for approximately 1.3 miles on this tour. Taste of Mykonos. During your explanation of Mykonos, your local guide will stop at a typical Greek island cafe, a renowned bakery. They want to make this so easy for me.
Yeah.
You want to eat 30 pounds of bread a day?
No. No, I don't.
Here's all of these bakeries and breads and options for you to choose from. And a family-run restaurant where you will taste some of the delicious local delicacies and learn about the historical and cultural connections of each and every flavor. Yep.
That sounds like they're going to do you know how we had to cook our food in Thailand?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be something like that. Somebody actually said, did you guys not read the itinerary, or did Peaches not read the itinerary before you did this? She sounds so excited. We actually didn't read the entire thing. There's bullet points.
Yeah.
So when we go to pick our trips, we pick it based off the pictures, the difficulty of the trip, and the bullet points of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So a lot of this shit is new to us.
If y'all hear me moaning over food, mind your business.
That's funny. That's funny.
Scroll back up. We weren't done. After, you will have some free time for lunch or to shop and explore after being transferred 30 minutes back to your hotel. You'll have the remainder of your day at your leisure.
So day 2 would be a good day to do a seminar if we wanted to. Yep.
One of my must-finds when we go to Greece is a cookbook.
Okay.
Yep. And I want to get some clothing.
Okay.
I think I can. That would, and sand. I want to bring sand.
We know.
Yeah.
Luckily, Lorna's coming, so I'm sure she'll bring an extra water bottle for you.
Perfect. Lorna, that canister that you gave me, that water bottle, it's sitting in our house right now. I have it cleaned, and it's ready to go to collect more sand in Costa Rica, and then I'll have it ready to go for Greece. That is my official sand collection thing.
I love that.
All right.
And then we stay the night in Mykonos again.
We do. So day 4, of course, bread and breakfast is included. Mykonos Beach Club. or whatever the Greek
Boots
version
and
of that
pants
is.
and boots and pants and boots and pants.
And pants and boots. In the late morning, a private coach will transfer you 45 minutes to the beach. You'll be able to spend the day at a beach club and enjoy cocktails by the beach. I might get tipsy on this journey, guys.
It says enjoy cocktail. So they're probably going to give you one for free, and then we probably got to buy the rest.
Okay.
That's okay, though.
Yeah. Any additional drinks or food will be at your own expense. I'm okay with that. It doesn't take much to get me buzzed.
It does not. It does not.
There are also sunbeds for purchase if you wish. No, I'll lay on the sand. Lay on the sand. So John said, how much is all of this? Is it open for anyone, or is this a trip just for you two? Sorry, I jumped in late. First things first, how dick of us
If
would
we were
it
just
be
rubbing it in.
if we were just like, hey guys, we're going to Greece and this is everything that we're doing. Ooh, look at our life.
Right.
That's not the case. This is 100% for anybody who wants to go on a Greece vacation, and you get to hang out with us and a bunch of other really cool people and have experiences and make memories.
For 6 days.
For 6 days. You don't have to be in a relationship to go on this trip. Singles, couples, whomevers are welcome. And I can't remember the exact pricing, but all of that is linked on the post that my husband just made in the chat.
Yep.
Greek alcohol is strong. You know what? Noted. That one free one might do me in.
It might.
All right. Let's see. Please note today you should pack a bathing suit, towel, sunscreen, glasses, hat, and cash. Once your time at the beach club is complete, you will be transferred back to your accommodations for the remainder of the day, and this will be a 4-hour venture.
So we're going to have a lot of downtime in the evening, which is cool.
Yeah, I love that. I want to be able to do our own little thing.
Well, that's what we did in Thailand. We spent a whole lot of time by the pool.
Yeah, a lot of time by the pool. I enjoyed that time by the pool. Very excited to, I have to order some swimsuits.
Yeah.
And then we'll be spending the night in Mykonos once more. Day 5, breakfast is the same. And it looks like day 5 is just a free day.
Yep.
A free day to relax on the beach, take in the island vibes, or head back to town to do some shopping and sightseeing. That might also be a very good day to do a seminar.
Yeah.
We could do workshops, separate the men and the women.
Yeah, we'll figure all that out. I still got a year to figure that shit out. But yeah, there will be seminars for sure.
Yeah.
Day 6.
Day 6. This will be our last day in Mykonos. So we will have breakfast as always. We'll take a ferry back to Athens. A private coach will pick you up from your hotel and transfer you 45 minutes to the ferry dock. There will then be a 5-hour trip and a high-speed ferry back to Athens. There will be a snack bar and toilets aboard once again. Then we will take a private transfer from the port to our new accommodations. No stops will be made for bathrooms or snacks. So once we get off the boat, that's it. We have a 1-hour drive back.
Yep.
We will have our farewell dinner at a local taverna once more with a set menu. Family-style shared starters, choice of a main dish, desserts, and a glass of wine or beer and a soft drink. Water and bread is also included. And then we will be spending our final night in Greece in Athens. Day 7, we will once again have breakfast. And then we will say our tearful goodbyes.
Yep. Yeah, so the way that Thailand worked out, because everybody had different flights, we kind of ate breakfast with the ones that we could, but we also made it a point to walk down and say goodbye to everybody as they were leaving.
Yeah, we got up stupid early to say goodbye to some people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we set an alarm for like 4 a.m. or something and met them out there.
Yeah. Lorna said, I hope we get time to chill and do things together, go explore. We have an entire day.
Oh, yeah.
Day 5 is an entire day to go do all that shit. So there's a whole lot of stuff, man. I'm really fucking pumped to do this. So let me see if I can refresh the page now that we're actually live with this and it show the pricing for everything, because that's been a lot of the questions. All right, so for the first 8 bookings, there is an early bird special. It saves you $300. So if you were in the first 8, I believe 5 of those 8 are already sold.
Yes.
It's $3,395 per ticket. That does not include your flight.
Correct.
So this is not a couple thing. This is a per person thing. And then if you miss the first 8 and you're in the regular bookings, it's $3,695. This is the cheapest that we were able to make this work.
Yeah.
We looked into going in June and July to try to get out of like the end of summer vacation thing, and it went up a lot.
Yeah, like a couple of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it was almost $5,000 in July to go per person. So, but Mackenzie said, if I come, can I do a photo shoot of the two of you for free? If there's time and you want it. I've been wanting to pick up the camera again and would love to practice. I would love to do a photo shoot in Greece.
Yeah, are you kidding me? My goodness.
We actually don't have a photographer or videographer planned for this trip. So
yeah,
if somebody's coming and wants to do some shit like that, fuck yeah, let's go. Dude.
I would love to learn some traditional Greek dancing. Let's go.
Oh, man. Desiree said, I'm going to North Carolina, but would love to see a different country. Well, you have a year. So the way that this works, guys, I'll post the link again one more time into the chat. If you guys decide that Greece is something that you want to do, you click the link, go in there, and just sign up. If you don't have the full amount, that's fine. You can put down 25% and then make payments. You have an entire year to pay this off, which breaks down to like $300 or $400 a month. And if you did it that way, it would be less than that because you're putting down 25%. There's also something called Affirm. If any of you have ever bought anything of any type of value, you always will see on the website, finance with Affirm, 4 easy payments or whatever. You can finance your trip through Affirm. People have done that with Costa Rica and Thailand. It absolutely does work. This trip is from May 10th to May 16th of 2026. So you guys have plenty of time.
Yep.
Have plenty of time. All the bread will absorb the booze. There you go.
That's a good point.
Kayla said, showing this to my husband, this would be the best birthday present. Birthday being May 11th, which would be day one.
Ooh, look at that.
You get to spend a day on a fucking boat driving past islands in Greece. Like, that would be a memorable ass birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffany said, I want to go. Hopefully there will be a spot open when I get the money up. You don't have to pay for the whole thing in full, guys.
Yep.
Everybody, only one person that's booked so far is just paid in full. Everybody else is paying in payments.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It works. That's the beauty of doing these things. When we announced that we were doing domestic couples retreats, that was the question. Everybody was like, can we take payments like you do it on the international trips? And we're like, well, we're paying for that one. We can't do it on this one. So Samantha said, Peaches, you should do a billowy dress shoot on some of the stairs in the villages with the white and blue houses in the background with the water. Somebody asked, is it 420 friendly? I don't know if it's legal in Greece.
Let's find out.
I know it's not in Costa Rica.
Nope.
Which I thought was kind of wild. It's illegal. In Greece, cannabis is illegal for recreational purposes, but medical use and cultivation for personal use have been legalized. We have our medical cards. I wonder if our United States medical cards would be applicable in Greece.
My medical card expired.
Let me just renew it.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Fucking 5-minute phone call to a doctor. Spring Allison said, note to self, lose 20 pounds so I can sustain walking so much. It does sound like a lot of walking. I can't imagine that it's so bad. Yeah. I also would imagine, walking 2 miles, we do that every morning.
We do.
But it's flat ground, even flat ground, like not up and down hills and shit because we live in Florida.
Right.
But it's also not timed. Like you don't have to rush to do 2 hours and 35 minutes. You have 4 hours to walk 2 miles. It's very easily doable.
Yeah.
And that changes things quite a bit. So Jay said medical cards do not transfer internationally. Citizenship required in my experience.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That's okay, though. This is going to be a wild trip, man.
Yes, it is.
Some of the photos that I found of Greece is very exciting looking. So Taryn said, what's so special about the dates? Absolutely nothing special about the dates. It's just the ones that we were able to get at the cheapest rate. We are trying to make it so that when we do these trips, people can afford to do it and not kill them.
Right.
Some of the trips, like when we looked at Japan, the trip that we wanted to do in Japan was almost $6,000 a person.
Yeah.
And I understand that there are people out there who can afford that, but the reality is that like it would take people years to save to be able to do some shit like that. And we want to be able to do this in a way that people can save money, get to see the world and hang out with us. It's a fucking win. Like, so lots of walking, bring your water and comfortable shoes, everyone. Man. Demetra, are you going to book?
Oh, goodness gracious. What is happening right now?
Let's see how many spots we have left. at the early bird specials. I actually need to log into Trova anyways. My trips, Greece, bookings. Confirm all of these. We have 3 spots available left for early bird bookings. It's not letting me select it yet. That's okay. Oh, it won't until there's 8. So, Tiffany Harris said, I'm determined to go, dude. I've been wanting to get together with y'all for years. Well, now's the time. Lorna said, Japan is costing me $5,000. Yeah, it would have been more for us with flights and shit. It would have been significantly more. You guys are, I guess maybe not. Oh, I wonder how that would work, because depending on which way you fly around the world, we might actually be closer than she is.
Oh, maybe.
Yep. Belle, are you coming to Greece? La Matina said, money management in this economy is tough, but you're giving us a year. Yeah. So if you guys decide to do this and you want to go and you put the 25% down or you book through a firm, you have until March of next year to pay the trip off. So you do have the ability to do it. I will say, though, that if you guys are planning on doing that, to read the cancellation policy just in case something comes up so you're aware. I'm almost positive that if you do that plan and you don't pay it off, they keep that as a credit for your next trip or whatever. So, but again, I can't imagine that it would be super fucking hard to make that work over the course of 12 months or 13 months. Like I don't know.
Somebody asked, how old do you have to be to go on trips with you guys?
18.
Yeah. No minors.
Yep. I assume I need to review customs for things we can take. Trova Trip will give you a list of things that you should bring with you on the trip. And that's important. Buff Bell said the Stanfills will be booking Greece ASAP. Let's go. Love that.
So we just pay for airfare to Greece. Scroll up a little bit, please. Food and tips, just making sure before we book. So you would be paying for your spots through Trova Trip.
Yep.
You'd have to pay for your airfare separate from Trova Trip to be able to get to the destination. And then any spending money that you'd want to bring. There are 6 breakfasts included and 2 dinners. Right.
Plus snacks on some of the tours.
Yeah. On some of the tours and the boat rides. The conversion from the euro to the US dollar is roughly the same. So I don't know how pricing is over there. Things in America are pretty expensive right now. I don't know how much eggs are in Greece, so it might cost less to buy things over there, but I would do some research on that to depend on how much you guys bring.
Yeah. Lonnie B said, I have a question. I'm heavily thinking about figuring out how to go, though. How does the money thing work? Like, if I want to buy something, do I need to change out our currency? So you can do that. When you get to the airport, you can change American dollars for euros. Or if you have Apple Pay, you can just use your Apple Pay everywhere that they accept Apple Pay. When we went to Thailand, we did $1,000 in cash, transferred over to bot. And it lasted us the entire time that we were there. Plus,
yeah, we were able to bless our guide very well with what we had left over.
Yeah, but that's a big difference in pay that way. So Bernie M, that sounds like a fun trip. Just saw it in the Discord today. That's because I posted it, because half of the people, 5 people from Thailand are already confirmed.
Yeah,
Taylor, Julie, Zoe, Ryan, and Lorna are going. So Gabriella said, trade your money there, not at the airport. Wait until you are in town. You will be uncharged doing the courtesy exchange in the U.S. and the airport. They charge extra fees as well. You can also do it ahead of time through your bank. So you can call your bank and say, hey, I'm going to Greece in a month and I need, $2,000 in euros.
Yeah.
And they'll just secure it for you. So, yep. I would imagine Google Pay does too, because it's, Google's a worldwide thing. Guys, this is exciting as fuck.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to travel the world, and being able to do this with people that are like same mindset, it creates a fun group environment.
It does.
I was very nervous about Thailand because that was the first one that we had done. And when we walked downstairs and saw Krista and Lily, it was just like instant friendship. Like, oh, hey guys. And we sat down and had breakfast with them and talked. And then Fernie and Lorna got there and it was just going. Like it was amazing.
Yeah. By the end of that trip, we had like a designated breakfast spot.
Yeah.
that we all met up at.
Same table.
Yep.
Yep.
We smushed them together and they never unsmushed them.
Right. Yeah, they did. They left them for us the whole time. We'll be flying into Athens for those of you who are wanting to go. ATH is the airport that you're looking. Lorna said Julie's going too. Yep, she booked.
Yep.
Yep. Buff Bell said Greece has seriously been a childhood dream. Baklava.
Baklava is so good. That's one of my favorite desserts. And we get to eat spanakopita made in, oh my God, in tzatziki sauce and pita bread. And I'm ready. My body, my soul, my esophagus.
Jennifer said, my hubby is reading your book right now. He's going to be so stoked. Well, I'm glad that he is reading my book. I'm writing another one. I just finished chapter 7 last night. Yep. Big Danish said, I heard that those tables are still together.
Yep.
Brittany said, I wish I had more friends with y'all values to go to breakfast with. And you can come to Greece and have breakfast with us. Traveling the world is on my bucket list, but it's going to be really hard to save money with my disability. I get that. Peach, you're making me so hungry right now. Oh my God,
I'm making me hungry. I'm going to have to stop somewhere and get food after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any tips or tricks for international travel? I mean, just doing what we're doing is really been the easiest way for us.
Keep all your valuables on you.
Yeah, get a sling bag or something.
Yeah. So when we flew, we were allowed to have a carry-on and a backpack, or a carry-on and a personal item. The personal item can't be the same size as the backpack or bag that you're carrying. And we kept our passports, our money, phones, chargers. I kept my toiletries, like my toothbrush and stuff, with me. Also, ladies, fly with tampons.
Yeah. Because they're not available everywhere in the world. Yes.
We were in the Hong Kong International Airport at midnight. And we hit there was one place open still.
And that lady was a bitch.
She was nasty. And they did not sell tampons in Hong Kong. And my period just started randomly. So that was a pretty rough experience. So travel with the things that you need for your body. Pretty much anything that you would hate to be damaged or lost on an international travel, bring with you on yourself.
Tara said it'd be epic if Deadeye could go. I haven't even talked to him about it yet, to be honest. Somebody said that they just got married in Halloween. Let's see. Danny said, hey, new to the stream. Me and my wife just got married back last year on Halloween. Congrats to your marriage.
Congratulations.
Lonnie said, my biggest fear is going on this trip on my own. But if my man says go for it, I'm doing it.
Don't be scared. Lorna, Lily, Krista, Julie,
Bernie.
Bernie's a man. I think it's different for men to travel alone than it is for women. Trying to think of who else traveled by themselves.
I think it's everybody.
Those were 4 women right off the top of my head who traveled by themselves internationally from America, Europe to Thailand. And they did not comment on anything suspicious happening. They at no point. Taylor traveled by herself as well.
Oh yeah.
They
from Alaska.
Yeah. There was no comments of feeling uncomfortable or like something bad was going to happen to them. So,
do you guys carry your laptops on your carry-on?
Yes.
Yes. So when we travel, because of the photography side of things, I carry a camera bag that's a rolling think tank bag, and then I carry my backpack or a sling bag. Sometimes I carry both, and I've gotten away with wearing my sling bag across my chest and carrying a backpack.
Yeah.
But there have been times that they made me cram my sling bag into my backpack.
Yeah.
So it's important that if you're going to be bringing a whole lot of gear, like electronics, you definitely want to have that with you and not as your check-in, because they're hard as fuck on your bags. I don't know if I'll be bringing all of our camera gear this time. I'll probably just bring my Hasselblad in a single lens and call it a day. But I can fit that into my regular backpack.
Yeah.
So Lorna said, didn't have any troubles at all, and I suffer with anxiety attacks.
What a badass.
Breeball said, I don't know if husband would be okay with me coming without him, nor do I know if I want to, but if that had to happen, it was a higher chance of going. Yeah, I mean, you guys can make it work however you want to make it work. We can do the thing.
Some more things that I would recommend packing for international travel: body wipes.
Yeah.
We spent 52 hours traveling before we got to Thailand. Was it 52?
Say that again.
How long were we traveling from America to Thailand?
Took us 29 or 30 hours, something like that.
I was way off.
It was a long fucking time.
Okay.
Just the flight from California to Hong Kong was 18 hours.
Yeah.
So,
So I would bring body wipes so you can do a little Navy bath. I would bring facial cleansers to clean your face up. Oh my gosh, that was one of the most refreshing things for me when we got to Hong Kong, was to be able to sit down, clean my face up. I would bring a hairbrush. I would bring, like I said, like toiletries, like toothbrush, toothpaste. I'm going to start traveling with toilet paper. That's going to be a big thing for me. My booty is bougie, and I don't like using one ply.
don't want that finger to slip through the paper.
What frustrates me the most is it breaks. So, like, I'm not just wiping myself. I'm wiping away the toilet paper that's sitting there from the first wipe.
That's funny.
It had one job, and it couldn't even do that.
Danish said it's only $1,900 round trip for her flight. That's not bad.
Our children do not come with us on these trips. They stay with their dad. So we plan these trips as best as we can on the weeks that we do not have them. So they are with their dad when we do travels like this, meet and greets and all those kinds of things, because they're still very young. As the children begin to get older, and I can trust that they're like something suspicious is not going to happen, and they're more apt to defend themselves and not wander away or something, then they will start participating in things like this. I would love to be able to bring the kids on trips like this in the future. Yeah,
we'll get there. I think that after they're in, like, once they get into double digits.
Yeah.
So Amber Phillips said it's only $700 round trip from Utah per person, average of 18 hours one way.
Wow.
So it really depends on where you're flying from. Just traveled to Italy alone, and a sling bag came in clutch. I actually just ordered a new sling bag today to try to find one that fits perfectly for what we're doing.
It comes from Nutsack.
Yeah, it's a Nutsack bag. Buff Bell said, I had a discussion with a friend yesterday about how important it is to experience life when the opportunity presents itself, and this is an incredible opportunity.
Yep.
I gotta be honest. I don't want to live my life and look back on it and be like, I lived in one area for 50 years and didn't see shit.
Right.
I want to be like, you remember all the shit we did? You know what I mean? Yeah. What kind of seminars do you guys do on these trips? It depends. The one that we did in Thailand, we covered repair after conflict.
You versus I statements.
And I versus you statements. We didn't get very far into the repair. So we ended up having the way that we did the first one, we had a conference room, and it was her and I sitting here, and then everybody else sitting here. And we had our little documents of what we wanted to talk about, and we talked about it. And then the second seminar, we sat down by the pool after hours, and we had a conversation with everybody about repair, is how it started. And then people started asking questions, and we had like a 3-hour conversation about whatever they had problems going on, and we problem solved.
It was like an in-life mentoring session.
Yeah.
Problem solving and trying to connect the dots for people.
I really wish we would have recorded that second sit down. Yeah. Buff Bell said, why do people wait until retirement to do the big things? Because they feel like they're in that rat race. Like they have to hustle and grind and save and do.
I think there's also a guilt with it.
Yeah.
Like you're going to take time off of work to go do that thing.
Man. Yeah. I don't know. If I can get a job at DOT, then Greece might be a possibility. That'd be wild. I really would love to bring my daughter. She's a vet. She always wanted to go, and as long as she's 18.
802 round trip from Indiana. That's crazy.
Motherfucker.
What?
They just tried to deliver something to the house and no one was there to get it. They'll try again tomorrow, which means tomorrow I'm going to have Carrie sit at the house because I have to go to Fort Myers and you have your nail appointment.
And I have to do my passport thing.
Yep.
How frustrating. Are we going to record the sit downs in Greece?
Are you going to record the Greece sit downstairs? Probably
sit downs. She corrected it.
I don't know. It's one of those things that having other people there and having their conversations and doing that. might be invasive to people.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
was
know.
there was a lot of personal information,
Yeah.
like not like where they live and whatnot, but the actual things going on in people's lives, and trying to work through. We had a couple there who was actually being very open about their marriage
Yeah.
and trying to figure out a path forward, and they were doing it in front of the other 10 people plus us sitting
Right.
there. So
That was in the second seminar.
it was in the second seminar.
So I don't know if we do record the seminars that we do while we're there. We'll post clips. I don't know if we'll use the entire thing. That's we figure those things out on location. That's so far ahead that we haven't even discussed it yet. So
I think we should book our flight soon.
I
People are saying it's $600 to $800 round trip right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It'll be a lot more if we're flying business or first class.
Yeah, but I think now would be the time to book it.
I looked yesterday.
Yeah.
American Airlines didn't have the flights available yet.
Oh, okay.
Would you record it for yourself and the people that are going and not post it live? That would be definitely doable.
Yeah.
We bought the DJI Pocket Cam 3s, which have the gimbals and shit. We both have one. That's how we make our vlogs for Patreon.
I keep forgetting that thing at home.
Yeah. We haven't vlogged very much because since the ayahuasca retreat, but Baked Danish said if I'm going to go, I'm going to drive to Peach and fly with them. I mean, you can absolutely fly with us.
Definitely. I mean, you'll be flying with me, my husband, and Carrie.
Oh
no, this is Greece. Never mind.
Greece, yeah.
Costa Rica.
Carrie's going to Costa Rica. So might be something to look into as well if we're paying for Jenny. Might be easier to get her here and then cheaper from Florida than Canada. We'll have to figure that out. We'll just have to look into it. So
I'm sure we could work that out.
Yep. All right. You want to read an email? You want to wrap up and go to Patreon? What do you want to do? I have to record it at Voice of the Broken at 2. I have a podcast to record with Troy at 5.
I don't know. I don't want to decide.
Was ayahuasca scary? It was nerve-wracking
No.
beforehand, but it was amazing during the experience. We're going again at the end of the month.
Yeah, it was scary in the sense that we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And I am somebody who has done psychedelics before. And the biggest thing for me is I can't control what I see.
Yeah.
And there's a fear in letting go like that. But the experience with the ayahuasca was, the only way I can explain it is it's comforting. It's loving. It got intense at one point. Like there was one point where I was like, oh man, this is a lot. But it's because there was just so much downloading in a sense happening.
Yeah.
And it's something I've never experienced before. But I think going into the second retreat, it's going to be easier to ease into. Like I know what to expect now. I'm not scared of the unknown anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've also done a lot of psychedelics. I wasn't worried about the experience. I was worried about the purging.
Yeah.
That was my biggest fear, was throwing up a lot, because I fucking hate throwing up. So Jenny said the long VOTB email isn't there yet, just so you know. That's fine. I'm not ready to get into that long ass one. Danish asked if we'll be recording it live. I don't know yet, maybe. And then Jay said if we go, we'll probably look at flying out of Utah. That's the cheapest, $1,500 from Vegas for basic economy. Jay, we would love to have you and Chris to come out there.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I was thinking yesterday, man, that like I know that you have a beautiful coastline over there and like all of your shit's over there, and that's where your life is, dude. But like all of my real friends, like the people that I am connected to the deepest, all live far away from me. Like I have Sean here and I have Jeff Graham, and that's it in terms of like male friends. And both of them work so much that I never see them. And like, even with Sean is now a business owner that can do what he wants to do, but he won't do it because he's got insecurities and things that he's working through. And that fucking blows, because I would love to be able to do shit with him. Like I need that
male interaction.
Yeah. That bromance. Like I need that. So, yep. Ann said you are an inspiration and an uber noob. Y'all are an inspiration for me. Thanks for what y'all do and stand for.
Thank you.
Sierra said, how do you get over the anxiety of going on vacation with new people? There's not really an anxiety there.
Confidence in myself.
It's more than that. I have faith in our community.
Yeah.
Like for people to go and spend that kind of money to vacation with us.
Yeah,
like,
they're not going to come out there to be an asshole or troll.
You're not getting the weirdos.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Jay and Chris has said, I think we're going to do 2 weeks. Do half with y'all on the second half in Mykonos, pricing everything out. We should. Oh, wait, we can't do that. I was say we can fucking stay for another week, but the kids.
Yeah.
That would have been gangster. Lorna said there was no anxiety at all there. When we walked downstairs for first dinner, I was like, we're going to run into somebody before we walk, before we walked into the breakfast place.
Yeah.
And we saw them sitting there and they were like, hey guys. And I'm like, oh, are you guys here for us? And they were like, yep. And we're like, okay. And it was just.
Yeah, we got breakfast and sat down with them.
Yeah.
We started eating.
Yep. It was really cool.
I mean, if we wanted to do a second week, we could probably figure that out because it'll be spring break by that point.
Well, we just take them for 2 weeks before we go.
I think after would be easier.
That works too. We can,
the last day of school, I think, would happen the second week that we're out there. When we come back, we would get 2 weeks of spring break straight. We could go do something and overland or whatever.
I will do my best to make it out on this trip for next year. So glad to see you guys doing this. Such an inspiration for my family. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Jace said, Chris and I have been talking about moving out that way, closer to her family, more opportunities outside of just the farm. Work stays the same remotely. Just know it's being heavily considered. I would fucking love that. I would love that. Get you down here, get you into the tattoo industry a little bit, open a shop in Fort Myers.
Let's go.
Right? Fucking right. All right, let's you want to just do a quick email and then move on to the next thing, or do you want to just jump into emails on the other thing? Cuz it's noon. We have to be done by 2.
How many episodes are we trying to record today?
Well, we have to finish the one we started and at least one more. Unless you want to wait and just come back this weekend. Because we can just stay live and keep doing what we're doing.
Come back this weekend. We have kids this weekend.
Oh, yeah. My schedule's wrong with the Fridays.
Wednesday.
We could. We'll be here Wednesday anyways.
I don't know. I said I don't want to make this decision.
Would you guys ever go to Australia? We looked into Australia. Australia is not fucking cheap.
Would love to go to Australia.
So would I. But I would like to do 2 or 3 weeks out there because Australia is fucking huge.
That's also one of those places I would really love to take the kids to.
Yeah. Plan like a month out there.
Yeah. I appreciate everyone complimenting me this morning. My goodness, I feel good today. I have my little, we went shopping yesterday and my husband got me a bunch of new special rocks. And this is a bloodstone. She's hanging on for dear life. She does not fit in here properly. But I'm feeling good. I'm loving the turquoise I got going on, my flowy shirt. Do a little... What?
You.
I've been practicing dancing.
Yeah?
Yeah. I didn't dance at our last retreat because I felt the need to be next to you while you were going through it.
Yeah. I would have rather you have gone and danced.
I want to dance this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If it doesn't rain, really hope it doesn't.
It'd be all right if it does.
Yeah.
As long as it's not thunder and lightning.
I'd rather be outside, though.
Grace said, just tuned for super chat. Just tuned in. Peaches, you are giving Goddess Mother with the accessories today. I'm obsessed.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
They're looking into houses for the second week so we could just stay with them. Oh, Chris looks good today too, LOL. Everybody leaves him out, but he deserves compliments too. Thank you for that. That's funny.
Thank you for acknowledging my husband.
Grace T94 said, will someone drop a link or whatever in Discord for tattoo? I want more realistic, less hardline piece, but the people around me aren't the artist I want. You can go to Sacred Rights in Port Charlotte, Florida.
You guys want to see my back? Let me see if I can turn around in my chair well enough.
Cam said 864 round trip from Spokane, Washington to Athens, Greece.
Jeffrey Graham did that.
That's its first sit. That's not even done yet.
No, yeah, that's my first sit. I have like 18 more sits to go.
It'd be a lot.
He also did my throat.
Yeah.
So he's very good at not doing harsh lines. I got myself stuck. Okay.
I think that we should move over to Patreon and do some content recording. I don't want to get behind on doing all of that unless you want to read an email here. We haven't done that in a while.
Okay, I need to go tinkle if we're gonna do that.
Let's just wrap up and go to Patreon.
Okay.
Guys, thanks for tuning in on the Grease announcement. We are very excited. We really, really hope that a lot of you can make it out there.
Yes.
We are going to wrap up here. I will post the link for Patreon and Discord and on Patreon here in a little bit. But we are going to move over and do episode 27 of the To Be Better podcast for season 3. So with that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you all in the next one.
Bye, guys.
The end.